Hello everyone, good evening, and welcome to Old Iron Garage. Thank you for tuning in. So this evening I am in the house, so you won't see me working on anything in this video. I am wanting to give you an update on my previous video. If you haven't watched that, go ahead and watch that. That is of the first start and running of the Bolens G10 that I brought home earlier this year. I did a little bit of work off camera after that video, and I'm now regretting not recording what I did. I didn't have a lot of time, and I wanted to hurry up and take the carburetor apart and see what I could find and just give it a basic cleaning. I did not have a rebuild kit handy, but sometimes, you know, you get lucky and you can just clean them and put them back together and get them to function as they should, or at least well enough to get it to run on its own fuel supply. And so I took it apart, and I found this. So, after finding that broken brass piece, which is what, that would be like the high-speed jet, is that long, narrow brass tube. It goes at a 45-degree angle up through the updraft style carburetor, and it has 4 little holes for fuel to squirt out in the bore of the carburetor where the air goes through. Yeah, I found that it was snapped off at the weak point where those 4 little holes were, which tells me that somebody in the past tried to take that carburetor apart without first removing that part. In order to separate the bottom and top half of that carburetor, you must first take out that brass piece, because it goes from the bottom half of the carburetor and up and into the top half at a 45-degree angle. So, yeah, somebody tried to take it apart without removing that first, and it snapped it off. Fortunately for me, I like to hold on to things that may be useful in the future. And if you have been watching my channel long enough, a number of years ago, I uploaded a slideshow type video of a large lot purchase of many antique small engines in various different states, ranging anything from bare engine blocks to complete engines that look like they should just take off and run. But in that purchase, I also acquired some Bolens parts and attachments and parts tractors and whatnot. Just some Bolens things, basically. And with the purchase of the engines, I also was able to get any loose small engine parts and pieces, new or used, that I found lying around the shop, including fuel tanks. So I got quite a bit, and I didn't have to pay much for any of it. The guy had acquired his grandpa's old property. His grandpa was not in good health, went to a nursing home, was in his final days, and he, with the property, he acquired all of those things that were left behind. And so, he didn't really want him to go off to the scrapyard. So we talked about it, and I was able to negotiate an amazing deal and save, all that old iron from going to the scrapyard. And I am now working on, flipping a lot of those engines, getting them back to running condition if it's worth doing so for me, and then selling them, or, selling them as is or parting them out, which is all better than them going to the scrapyard. So, that being said, one of the things that I got in that purchase, it was like 5 or 6 trailer loads worth of stuff, by the way. One of the things I got, we're getting some weather here, so if you can hear the rain or the wind outside or the thunder, I apologize for that. But one of the things I got was this little homemade wooden organizer thing that snugly fits like old cardboard cigar boxes in each slot. And it was filled with cigar boxes, and in all the cigar boxes were various different small engine parts. One of them had a bunch of new and used ignition parts. One of them had a bunch of new and used gaskets. The guy was like me. He saved anything that he thought might be useful still. One of them had a bunch of just miscellaneous new and used carburetor parts and pieces. So, like jets and needles and all sorts of things. And I kind of remembered possibly seeing some of these brass pieces in there, so I looked, and sure enough, there was 3 of them, which you will see here. So fortunately, I had the correct part to replace the broken piece. So after cleaning out the carburetor, the top and bottom half, and making sure the bowl area was clean, making sure the float was still good, and making sure all the ports and passages were cleared, I reassembled the carburetor with all the original parts and the one used replacement part, and the tractor now runs on its own fuel supply. I have not yet tried to see if the tractor will move under its own power. It needs 2 front wheels and tires before that, as the ones that are on there, the wheels are incorrect and they don't fit, the hubs don't fit properly, and the tires are both flat. Those wheels and tires are from like an MTD riding mower or something. And also I can't get the mower deck to come up. Everything that's the lift rod is like seized. So the mower deck is sitting in the gravel, but I did get it to run over under its or on its own fuel supply. It runs rough and it smokes a bit, but that's because I actually put 2-cycle fuel in to because I don't know other than the first start where I should have actually used 2-cycle fuel. I don't know how long this engine has sat without running. So I just kind of wanted to ease everything back to life with a little bit of extra lubrication. So, but yeah, it runs on its own fuel supply now. Anyways, but at the end of this video, I will add on a video of it running on its own without me bottle feeding it. The only other thing I was going to say on this video is I have some garage updates, some more garage updates and upgrades coming in the near future, so watch for a video on that. But anyways, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have not yet subscribed, and you want to see more videos like this in the future, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Bye.